Okay, we're back for a summer episode of Hammer and Hummer and the Hammer Zone. And you said you wanted to talk about the North American Union.
Yeah, the secret deal, which they disguise it in Canada under security, in the United States they disguise it under Homeland Security, but it's a trade deal.
Okay.
And basically, they want to erase the borders of Canada and Mexico, and they want to have one...
Now, what about the United States, which
country,
is...
let me finish my point here.
Yeah.
One country, and this started in 2004.
Yeah, but let's back up here for a second.
Let me finish my thing here. 2004, when Paul Martin sent the Fox and George Bush met in Texas.
Okay. Now, you're saying the border with Mexico and Canada. Now, as far as I know, there's no border between Canada and Mexico. We've got that big country in between called the United States.
No, I understand that, but I'm using it as a literal, that they want to raise the border. You want one whole country or one world order kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
so you're saying it would include the United States?
Yeah, and George Bush would be running the show, kind of thing. And why all the secrecy? And it was Peter Julian in April of 2007 bringing this out with Peggy Nash and talking about it, and it's not even being debated in the House of Commons. And we're Stephen Harper on this, and they're meeting April 19th and 20th in Quebec, and I hear that they want to keep the media 50 miles away from this secret meeting. Our country is not a corporation. Our country belongs to the people, because government is of the people, by the people, for the people. But people like Harper, Bush, and the new conservative president of Mexico, their philosophy is of the corporations, by the corporations, by the corporations. But Canadians are catching on. Thank God for blog sites. Thank God for SiouxToday.com, like the Hammer Zone and the Daily News. People are catching on. And I'm asking every Canadian from coast to coast to coast to call the Prime Minister, tell him to put a stop to this nonsense. And and to me, it's treason.
Yeah.
And if he loves the United States so much, he can give up. Mr. Harper can give up.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Mr. Harper can give up his passport, and he can move to the United States and become a Republican and become an American. Canada is not for sale. So I say to the conservatives and the liberal conservatives, Canada is not for sale, because we went through it through NAFTA and free trade, and 20 years later we're reaping the disaster of those trade deals. And this is like one more to finish our country off. And like in 1997 or 98, there was another trade pact, but it was stopped because people around the world through the internet stopped a trade deal. I forget the name of what the trade deal was. I think it was countries in South America, but it was stopped by the people all over the world. So we had Canada Day, and people love this country. I want people to be politically active and stand up for Canada and tell Mr. Harper no to this undemocratic process, to Mr. Dion, because he was under Paul Martin, and Paul Martin knew about this unholy alliance between the three conservative parties, and Canadians have a right to know about this, and this should be debated in the House and also a vote. So far, I'm glad it's out there. It's not a secret anymore. In Calgary last week, they had a secret meeting between big business and political leaders of Canada, United States, and Mexico, but it came out of the bag kind of thing. And now it's not a secret anymore. But these guys are still plowing ahead. So I ask everybody in Sault Ste. Marie and across Canada to call your MP, call the Prime Minister's office, write letters to the editor. Get involved, because this is our country, and it doesn't belong to the multinational corporations. It belongs to the people, we the people.
Okay. Do you follow U.S. politics?
I watch it once in a while.
Yeah. Who do you think's going to take the nomination for the Democrats?
I like John Edwards.
John Edwards?
Because he's talking about, the other day he was on CNN, and he was talking about having fair trade, not free trade.
Yeah.
like having rules like good labor standards, good environmental standards, and universal health care, like he stated, like Canada. So he's on that track. I don't want to use the word right because the right gives me an upset stomach, but he's on the left track, and that's a good sign. And I think American people are starting to understand that big corporations, they think they own the people. It's the other way around. Democracy belongs to the people, and the government belongs to the people.
Well, here's an interesting thing. Did you follow the debate over the immigration bill and the?
No, I didn't follow too much because it's so confusing.
I found it interesting that the grassroots of basically the party bosses, the elite of both the Republicans and the Democrats, got together and agreed to pass this bill.
See,
but it was resisted by the grassroots of both the Republicans and the Democrats.
Yeah, because you know, I agree with that is because the reason the people who want this is big business because they can have cheap labor.
Yeah, but it was interesting.
So it's no good for the American people.
That you had the Bushes and the Kennedys teaming up, and you had the grassroots, you know, the union members and the say the Southern farmers opposing this.
Yeah, because it's driving wages down.
You know, is this the sign potentially of a political realignment in the United States?
I think what American people are asking is a government that represents their needs, and if any businesses in the United States use legal aliens, they should be fined hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah. Because that's driving wages. That's why big business want it.
Now, my next question is that quite often American politics influences Canadian politics. Could you see a realignment in Canada between, say, the working class unions saying to Jack Layton, enough of identity politics, we need to get back to bread and butter issues, and the same with, say, you know, a lot of the traditional liberal supporters, you know, among service industry and all that, is what, you know, in ethics are and as well as, you know, the working class conservatives, like the farmers
right now, when the NDP talk about and bring legislation in the House of Commons that is bread and butter issues, they go up in the polls. Yeah. Because I'm a Tommy C. Douglas New Democrat. Yeah. He talked about bread and butter issues, and that's what people worry about every day. They worry about their kids' education, a roof over their head, a decent wage with benefits, pension plan, and retirement and all that stuff. That's very important. The other stuff is also important, but the bread and butter issues tie everything else together. Yeah. And when Jack's talking now about this North American Union, Peter Julian is taking the lead because he's a critic for industry kind of thing, and they're taking the lead on this. Meanwhile, the Liberals and Conservatives are silent like a lamb because they're the ones who are the guilty parties that started this with Paul Martin, and Stephen Harper is just going along. So it's like blue and blue lake kind of thing. Same as in Ontario. You know, with Dalton, he pays himself $40,000 raise. Meanwhile, he tells people minimum wage and disability pension and welfare, oh, you got to wait. But they did it in 7 days, and usually legislation takes 6 months to a year to go through first reading, second reading, and you got committee stages and stuff like that. They did it in 7 days. So McGilty and Tory got together in the dead of Christmas to pass this, and they thought they were going to fool Ontarians. Well, we'll pass this. But they had by-elections in York South. The Liberals won by 2000. In 2003, they won by 13,000 votes. The NDP candidate got that 13,000 votes plus another 2,000 votes. And the issue in that campaign was the $40,000 pay raise for them. And what about working class people? And they got it. And the Liberals, they're going to be like Brian Mulroney. They're lucky if they have two members, they'll fit in a phone booth.
All right. Well, we're out of time.